What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. For this camera comparison we have the latest phone from Poco. We have the Poco F4 GT and then we have the Samsung Galaxy S22. As always, throughout this comparison you're going to be able to see a variety of daytime and nighttime sample pictures and videos. I've included some portrait mode pictures, we have some zoom pictures, we have some pictures taken with the ultra wide lens, we have night mode pictures and so much more. Just before we start, make sure to press that like button and let's begin by checking out some portrait mode pictures that I took with both devices. Alright, so funny enough, the Poco F4 GT takes portrait mode pictures like many previous Samsung phones used to take, so the colors are very vibrant, very saturated. So if you're looking for the phone that takes more Instagram ready pictures, I feel that the Poco F4 GT will be your favorite. Now, with the Samsung Galaxy S22, we do get more realistic colors. I've said that when I first got the S22, so now we don't have those crazy vibrant colors in the pictures taken by the Samsung Galaxy S22. So if you're looking for more realistic looking colors, I feel that the S22 will do better, but if you're looking for more vibrant pictures, you're probably gonna like the pictures from the Poco F4 GT. Moving on to some 5x zoom pictures. Well, keep in mind that only the Samsung Galaxy S22 has a telephoto lens on the back, so clearly all the zoom pictures you're gonna take with the Samsung Galaxy S22, in this case I've done 5x zoom, all the pictures are gonna be sharper from the S22. So of course there is no comparison in between the two, the S22 does better for zoom pictures. Moving on to some ultra-wide pictures, well here once again the Poco F4 GT does exactly what a lot of previous Samsung phones used to do. So it gets those colors more saturated, the pictures are brighter, so I feel that a lot of people will actually prefer those ultra-wide pictures from the Poco F4 GT, just because they look a bit more appealing. Now, as I said earlier, if you do want more natural looking colors, you may actually prefer the pictures from the Samsung Galaxy S22. So I feel that it comes down to your personal preference. And moving on to pictures that I took with the main cameras on the back of the two devices. Of course, all the pictures were taken on auto mode and about a second apart from each other. Here we get the exact same situation that we've had for the portrait mode pictures for those ultra-wide pictures. So once again, the pictures from the Poco F4 GT are more vibrant and more saturated. The dynamic range seems to be better in some of those pictures taken by the Samsung Galaxy S22, but not in all of them. So once again, I think it will come down to your personal preference, and if you prefer those more vibrant looking colors or if you prefer pictures that look a bit more toned down, I'm gonna see more realistic looking pictures, the pictures that we get from the S22. So I'll let you guys watch a few more pictures and definitely leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Which phone do you prefer for these daytime pictures that I showed you? Next we are gonna move on and check out some nighttime pictures, and both devices support a night mode for the main camera and of course for the ultra wide camera, and we are starting with the pictures that I took with the main cameras and of course the night mode. Here the first thing I've noticed is the fact that the pictures taken by the Samsung Galaxy S22 are sharper than the pictures that I took with the Poco F4 GT. So overall the quality of the pictures from the S22 is better than the pictures that you're gonna take with the Poco F4 GT. Now for colors, the Poco F4 GT doesn't have those crazy vibrant colors that we had during the day. So I feel that the Poco F4 GT actually does better for color accuracy at night, because if you look at the pictures taken by the Samsung Galaxy S22, most of them are kind of yellowish and I'm not a big fan of that overly yellow color. So the only thing the Samsung Galaxy S22 does better is for that picture sharpness, and some of those pictures also look a bit brighter. But overall, I do prefer the colors from the Poco F4 GT. And moving on to pictures taken with the ultra-wide cameras and of course the night mode used with those ultra-wide cameras, well, the same kind of applies as we've had for the main camera. So once again, the colors from the Poco F4 GT are closer to reality. We don't get that crazy yellow color that we get in a lot of the pictures taken by the S22, but the S22 does have the sharper pictures. So most pictures that you're going to be able to take with the Samsung Galaxy S22 will look sharper than the ones that you take with the Poco F4 GT. Next, we're going to move on and check out some sample recordings that I've done with both devices. And the main thing that I've noticed here is the fact that the main camera can actually do almost as good as the main camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 when recording during the day and in 4K at 30 frames per second. That's quite a bit of a difference from last year's Poco F3. So a big improvement for this particular Poco device, and I'll let you guys see those sample recordings. But aside from that main camera, the Samsung Galaxy S22 does seem to do better for most things. So I'll let you guys watch those sample recordings and I will be right back. Alright, we have a quick video test between the Samsung Galaxy S22 and of course the Poco F4 GT. For this recording I'm using the main cameras on the back of the two devices and recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. Both devices could also do 4K at 60 frames per second on the main cameras, and the S2 can actually record in 8K with that main camera. We're gonna walk this way, so towards the sea there. I'm also gonna try to walk a bit faster just so you can see how that image stabilization works on both devices. I guess we'll stop here and we'll turn around. So I'm gonna pan right slowly and we'll walk this way. So yeah, main cameras 4K at 30 frames per second with the Poco F4 GT and of course the Samsung Galaxy S22. We are moving on to a quick recording done with the ultra-wide cameras on the back of the Poco F4 GT and of course the Samsung Galaxy S22. Now for this recording it got a bit windier, so you're probably gonna hear some wind aside from my voice. Now if you're using the ultra-wide cameras on the back of the two devices, with the Samsung Galaxy S22 you can record at higher resolution, so you can do 4K at 60 for example, but with the Poco F4 GT the maximum recording resolution for the ultra-wide camera is 1080p at 30 frames per second, so something to keep in mind. We're gonna pan right slowly and back left. So yeah, ultra-wide cameras on the back of the Poco F4 GT and the Samsung Galaxy S22. And we are moving on to a quick recording done with the front-facing cameras on the Poco F4 GT and of course on the Samsung Galaxy S22. Now with the Samsung Galaxy S22 the maximum recording resolution for the front-facing camera is 4K at 60 frames per second, where the maximum recording resolution on the Poco F4 GT is 1080p at 60 frames per second. So a bit of a difference there. We're gonna pan around, walk this way, so now I have the sun right behind me, just so you can see how the cameras do under more difficult situations, I'm gonna say. And here we'll pan this way once again. So yeah, front-facing cameras on the Poco F4 GT and the Samsung Galaxy S22. Alright, we have a quick video in low light between the Poco F4 GT and of course the Samsung Galaxy S22. For this recording I'm using the main cameras on the back of the two devices and recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. Both devices could also do 4K at 60 frames per second with the main cameras. Actually the S22 could record in 8K, but for this particular recording we are only doing 4K at 30 frames per second. So I'm gonna stop somewhere around here. We have a bit more light around here. We're gonna pan left slowly and we'll walk this way. So main cameras in low light, 4K at 30 frames per second. So as you've seen, the Poco F4 GT does quite well with that main camera when recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and of course for daytime recording. It actually does really close to the Samsung Galaxy S22. I don't think that would be the case before actually watching those recordings. Next we're gonna move on and check out some selfies, and we are starting with some daytime selfies. And looking at those selfies, I kind of like the selfies from both, so I can really see that one does better for daytime selfies than the other one. Now for nighttime selfies, even though neither device does that amazing, I still feel that the Samsung Galaxy S22 does a bit better for selfies at night. So there you have it, the Poco F4 GT and the Samsung Galaxy S22. if you'd be to choose one, which one would you choose? Definitely leave a comment down below and let me know. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.